Unfortunately, that's a good thing. Yeah, sure. Good evening, everyone. We previously opened the meeting and closed, I'm out of close, so we are once again in public meeting. So welcome, nice to see you all. It's 7:01. We're doing a roll call. We'll start by standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll remain standing for a moment of silence in honor of the 38 part and full-time employees of Lancaster, on whom we all rely. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right. We see it like that. It's one. Just for the record, I sent out an announcement through the city's listserv last week. And I believe I thought I was going to read it into the record tonight, just so that it's on record here at the city council meeting. So bear with me just a couple minutes, I'm going to read it verbatim. On Friday, December 6th, 2024, I sent a letter to Gay Hovnanian Homes informing them that the city will not extend their conditional developer designation, which expires tomorrow, last Friday. The decision follows 2.5 years of multiple proposals and discussions regarding the possible redevelopment of the Lambertville High School redevelopment area. In the months following the introduction of the ordinance to amend the redevelopment plan, the city has heard the concerns of residents relating to, among other issues, the potential impact of stormwater runoff to downhill neighborhoods and traffic circulation on Connet Hill. There's also been significant concern that the former landfill area located on the property will not be closed, even if the proposed project were to proceed. Moreover, the city is now aware of contamination in groundwater wells that service certain residential properties near or adjacent to the property, which has raised additional concerns about the impact of proposed development. For these reasons, the city has decided to step away from the project. As you likely know, LHSRA is a required element of the city's 2020 third round housing element and fair share plan. As such, I have also sent a letter to the court advising them of the city's decision. Council members and I want to acknowledge how difficult the process has been to the community. Some of this may have been about different points of view or a feeling of frustration in not knowing the specifics of confidential and continued negotiations, or concern about environmental issues, or other feelings related to the possibility of large-scale change. Whatever you may be feeling or have felt, I think it's a good moment to reiterate that the council members and I have a deeply held appreciation for the trust we've been given to make the right decisions on behalf of the community. Few of you have expressed concern about the end of the third round and the city's ability to fully meet its present obligation. Council members and I have begun to consider a potential project, though it's too soon to share any information about it. When I'm confident we're in a place to discuss it in public, I will bring it forward, probably early in the new year. Owing to the possible implications of this decision, the city will refrain from further public comment. I respectfully ask the community to honor the process and the decision with care and thoughtfulness. Yours in service, Mayor Nowak. So, everybody get a chance to look at the minutes, all the various and sundry minutes from October 24th, voting session minutes, October 24th, closed session minutes, November 7th, work session, November 21st, voting session minutes, November 21st, closed session, and then December 5th, work session minutes.
And the closed session minutes.
And
December 5th.
And the closed session minutes, December 5th. Thank you. All right, if there are no questions. I'll entertain a motion, please. So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of approving these minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion is carried. Administrative reports, everybody have a chance to look at those?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I will have a motion to accept the administrative reports, please.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Motion carries. I will now open the meeting up to public participation. As is our custom, we ask you, unless you have mobility issues, to step up to the podium, state your name and address. You have 3 minutes of uninterrupted time for questions or comments.
Jeff Fiddle, 33 Wilson Street, and I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever, It's also going to be the first time, since 1900 that both Christmas and Hanukkah all the same day. So hopefully next year will be a much better and more interesting year. I just want to start off, because I know you can't really respond, but I just want to make a couple of points that now that that issue is over, we still have the issue of the current adopted plan from 2018 and 20, which is that someone could come in with 140 units that are there, so that has to be addressed and removed. Otherwise, someone could come in, whether it's a neighbor or somebody else, so that's the next important step. Next important piece to me is once that property is removed, that the town needs to be looking to get a vacant land adjustment. Because when they did the plan, this last round, they did a flyover and they did lines, they didn't do lot and blocks. And so there are properties that are floodplain that shouldn't be included, steep slope areas, and now this property, which since it may be contaminated, has all the other constraints. The formula also has to be looked at, but it's basically vacant land and wealth of a community more than it is actually growth. And that's something that's going to be talked about in court tomorrow. There's a court case coming up. But I think that's a critical step. And the final is, yes, we need one project and hopefully it'll come soon, but we're probably going to need 3 or 4 projects. And we're going to need to move quickly to develop a new plan and get it approved, because clock is ticking and we've got to deal with the 28 units this year. And then we've got to deal with the next round coming after that. And hopefully we can get that adjusted as well. So I know it's been a long year and a lot of people have done a lot of work and it's a lot of been stress and strain and everything else. But at the end of the day, we now have a new year coming and a new day and a new way we can move forward together to both meet our affordable housing obligations and needs for this community while protecting the environment. So thank you.
Hi, everybody. Beth O'Brien, 2 Hancock Street. Thank you for not continuing the process for the motel. I really be grateful for your decision. But I share the concern of the ordinance that is still in place. And I hope that there will be some consideration to take that off the table so that we can move forward with opportunities for affordable housing in town.
Anyone else in the room? Okay. Anyone online? How many people do we have online? 2. Yeah, motion to close the public comment period, please.
So, second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. Now we'll move on to the consent agenda. The following resolutions on the consent agenda are considered routine and shall be enacted by one motion. Should any member of the city council seek separate discussion of any item, that item shall be removed and discussed separately. So we have resolutions number 174, 2024 through 181, 2024. Were there any questions from the council on any of these?
No.
All right. Hearing none, I would ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda resolutions number 174 through 2024, 2024 through 181-2024.
So
Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Councilman, did you vote?
On which one?
On the consent
Consent
agenda.
agenda.
Yes,
Yeah, all right. All right. Thank you. Motion carries. Aye. Right, moving on, resolution number 182-2024, resolution to authorize the amendments to the contract not to exceed amounts for professional service contracts for the 2024 calendar year. And so this is for clarification, hence to increase the not to exceed amount from $15,000 to $30,000, generally related to affordable housing matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions from the council? Okay, I'll make a motion on this one. Have a second?
No. Second.
Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Who's in favor of paying bills as well? Yeah, right. All right, all in favor of paying the bill, please say aye. Aye.
Hey,
Motion carries, we pay the bills. We have no first ordinance, no reading on first ordinances, we are not allowed to introduce in December for ordinances, and there are none for the second reading. I don't have much in the way of updates, Church Street, the NJ DOT approved an extension to May of 2025, that's for the permit for the. So I mentioned this at the last meeting, I think I may have, but I'd like to get the Church Street repaving and one way taken care of this spring. It's tied into the larger project of also doing South Franklin Street from Highland down. But we're gonna be partnering with Veolia, they're gonna relay them, they're gonna change out a land new water line on South Franklin Street. So they're gonna come in and do their work first, as they did at North Franklin Street, and then the city will come in and pave it. I'd still like to get Church Street done earlier rather than later, so what my proposal would be to bid that out as a separate project in the spring. Cause that patch of road's been in pretty bad shape for years. So, that's that. The only other update I have is, we will be having a open public meeting on January 6th. The details are not completely, we haven't completely worked it all out, but it will be a meeting, to discuss affordable housing, kind of where we are. Clark and Hinch will be here, our affordable housing attorney. And, most, if not all, of the members of the Affordable Housing Advisory Committee will be here, so I'll have an opportunity to introduce those people to the public. And we'll begin to have a conversation to see, kind of where we are on things and to answer any questions the council has and to probably have a robust conversation about next steps. And that is all I have in terms of updates. The reorganization meeting schedule is noted here on the agenda. It's also posted to the website and will be a part of the reorganization schedule. I'll just note that the Human Rights Council on the 13th, their meeting usually starts at 7. They're going to have their reorganization at 6:30. There's going to be a Know Your Rights meeting here in the Justice Center at 7 o'clock. So the Human Rights Council wanted to participate in that, so we're going to get their reorganization meeting sort of over and done so that they can attend that. So that's the only change which is noted here.
Historic preservation was previously January 7th, it's January 14th. And the governing body is now meeting January 2nd instead of January 1st.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
The menorah lighting this year is on Wednesday, January 1st at 6:30. That is how it's been for the last, I don't know, 10 years by Rabbi Cornfeld, County, at the corner of South Union and Bridge Street. Community Center hours as noted, January 4th and 18th from 9 to noon, and January 15th for those in winter leaves, from 3 to 5. And now we'll move it up for the second round of public participation. And we'll apply on the floor. Okay,
Can I ask a
good.
question?
Yes,
Is there any update on the four-way stop on North Franklin?
no.
Okay.
Well, there is a little update. So, Department of Public Works has been ordering some signs. We've done a sign inventory, and those signs have been ordered. I'm not sure if they've been delivered yet, but there's a lot of just basic equipment that Lester and I have been going over, U-channel posts and paint and stuff like that. So we've placed a fairly good sized order. The stop signs are part of that. I'm not sure when they're gonna go up, but it's on my to-do list and it'll be hopefully sometime soon.
And we have to wait for 20 days after the ordinance was advertised in.
Right. Well, it's gotta be 20 days by now, right? We did it in November.
November, right,
Yeah.
but that's December, the beginning of December, so you're really going to be like, towards the end. I did all of the certifications, I think it's like the 24th.
Yeah. And then Lester has his standard time of waiting till.
We didn't say what year.
It changes with the mayor's whims. All right, so I opened the meeting up for public participation where we could do did I, yes, I did. Oh, you had a question. Was there any comment from the two people online? All right, so,
Well, I, actually, before we close public participation, I just thought we'd all take the opportunity to wish everybody a happy holiday. Yeah.
well, no, again, so you're running your time, but yeah, you don't want to be negative. It's the holidays, so.
Absolutely.
Have New Year's too.
Years, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Next time we meet will be a new year and we'll be reorganizing and looking forward to the new year.
And shop local, right?
Shop local. Late Friday nights, yeah, the interview that I did with Channel 10 News finally just came out today.
Oh, well,
So, I know, right, you know,
well, there's a free parking.
it's really.
Yes.
So, I will send that out as soon as I get to link, which, today. All right, so, we have a motion to close the public participation.
So move.
Second.
Favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Festivus. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out.